can't suggest only one product to you, because if I suggest that one product or that one brand and it doesn't work for you, and then where do you go from there?
Woman in top, money behind you, losing again. Ain't gonna go, cause I'm the problem of your game. Never the car, she calling again.
Somebody give her a
I hope you guys are good wherever you are. I hope everything is going your way. It's a Monday, so most people are having a blue Monday. Some people are having a lot of fun because it's a long weekend. Today I'll be talking to Gugu Mthethwa. Gugu Mthethwa goes by at La Naturalia.
Just see you smile. Can't take my eyes off your silhouette.
I've tried introducing you and saying who you are, but if you were to talk about Gugu, don't go too far. Who would you say Gugu is? Like titles, Nyana, what you do, kind of vibes, you get it? Can you explain who you are?
That's a question I never think about here. So basically, Gugu is a clinical technologist. She also does YouTube part-time, and I enjoy content creation and working in healthcare. So basically, that's me. I'm a free spirit.
For a person who doesn't think about that question, you answered it so well. Like, what? If I didn't think about something, I don't think. Fine, it's fine. Let's go to YouTube. What or who who introduced you to YouTube?
Honestly, for me, in the past, YouTube used to be a search space. So I met two guy friends, and they just sort of suggested the idea to me out of the blue. I was like, oh, okay, there's that thing. And then at some point, it kept playing in my head. So I decided, you know what, why not? Let me just start and go with the flow and see where everything goes. And I'm here today.
Oh, yeah, the growth is amazing, man. Because I look back to 2019 when I got introduced to you, and I've been loving your content since. So let's talk, Nick. Yeah. I always forget that people answer when you talk sometimes. Like I talk too much. I'm sorry about that. Why natural hair? Why did you decide to do natural hair on your channel?
I felt like there was a space that needed to be filled. There was a gap in the natural hair space. When I started, natural hair wasn't what it is today. No, okay, only a few people knew about natural hair. So I was like, you know what? Let me just go in here because I enjoy doing my hair, I enjoy sharing my hair. But around me at the time, I had no one to share my journey with. So online was a free and open space and a bigger space where I could find others who I could share my content with. And that is why actually I decided to do natural hair. Also saw a gap between product and manufacturers and also the consumers. I also wanted to be the middleman between those two and just share the pros and cons of having natural hair, not just the good stuff, but also the bad, so that people understand this is a journey and not just a trend.
Oh, yes. Yeah, because there's people who get into it. Once it seems like it's not going the way it's supposed to, they move to another thing. Oh, I get that. Right now, you have a variety of content on your YouTube. It's not just about natural hair. What inspired the change or the variety?
Well, you know, we're human beings. It's nice to play around with different concepts. So I was like, okay, natural hair, in as much as I love doing natural hair, there's not really an end, but there's a limit to it. So it's like, instead of people just knowing that one side of me, let me just deep into other parts of content creation, and let me see if I can introduce people to who I am. And yeah, I've been enjoying it ever since.
I feel like the growth is like super amazing. I remember you were a chilled person, like calm, not really nothing. Like now your energy is up a bit, you get it, and you can tell that you are getting used to everything, the camera and everything. So that's like super amazing. I love the growth.
It's been really nice because, you know, when you first start out on camera, when you share your life and your story, it's like you're opening yourself up to so many opinions and so many eyes. So like you actually become afraid of how you're going to deal with all the attention and the comments and the different opinions. So growth actually
Yeah.
takes time, but for me, I've been enjoying the process. I don't lie.
Yo, yeah, now that you talk about opening up, I feel like, yo, yeah, that's the toughest thing ever. Let's move to plants now. You love plants. When did your love for plants start? I see even, yeah, like your pillows, everything. When did your love for plants start?
If I think about it really carefully, it was
Wait,
a long time ago
I'm
when I
sorry,
was a child.
I'm sorry. I just thought about something I know I might forget. Do you have one of those mats at the door which says, plant lady, welcome, plant lady?
No, I know that I want that mat. If I could get it, I'll buy it, Shem.
I
So
can't
anyway,
wait.
my mom used to have indoor plants and she used to have a whole lot of plants in the house. And at the time, I wasn't aware of which I actually liked this. I only noticed when I was in school that I liked being around plants and animals. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
now it was a sort of a feeling that came to me. Which, why? Because I was just sitting alone and watching TV and just being bored. And then there was a feeling that came to me. Because why don't you buy plants? Then the next
Oh, yeah.
day, I got up, went to Builders, and got myself some plants, and I'm here with my babies.
No. I love, like, the thing is, I remember there was a time there were a lot of plants in your bathroom on one of your vlogs. I think you were watering them or something. I was like, I wish I had that love for plants. You get it? Because the thing is, I've bought plants. Obviously, I buy the cute ones, you know, the small ones, and then I have the, but they always die. They die in different periods. So I feel like you do it well. So I want some advice, because right now I'm even afraid of buying a plant. I feel like I'm gonna buy a plant and it's gonna die. How do you get it right? What do you do? What's up?
I feel like for me that's a tricky question to ask because it's like although they're not alive, it's like saying, okay, I want to buy a puppy or like a kitten, you know, how do I keep it alive? It
Oh, yeah.
depends on your environment and your interaction with that plant and just doing your research on knowing what kind of plant you're buying before you take that plant and putting it in your environment. You must understand ukuthi your environment plays a huge role on how your plant grows. If you're going to bring a plant that requires a lot of sun, like aloe vera, succulent plant, if you're going to bring those type of plants into the house, you're going to have a problem growing them because inside the house you don't have a lot of sunlight. When you buy those small succulents, those cute plants with big juicy leaves, those
Yeah.
require the sun. So if you're going to bring them inside the house and you're not going to put them where there's sunlight, then you're going to struggle, obviously. So it's just doing your research and understanding, okay, the plant needs space, it needs air, it needs light. It's a process, but it's enjoyable. Once you get it right, you're on your way.
Yeah, because right now I'm thinking about when I was still in high school. I would have, you have one of those plants that are going, the leaves go and it's like they need support kind of vibe, and they need they need a structure. I had one of those. You can cut a leaf of it and go plant it inside water and it grows for some reason. I used to have those at my place. So now you made me realize that it might be the environment, how I take, like where I take the plants. So I'm going to think about that and do my research. Thank you for that. What pushes you to stay consistent? Like putting out content every week, every other week kind of vibe?
It's my audience. The fact that I think about my audience, they invest time and data in watching my content. And I also remember my why. I try to remember my why I started and why I am doing this whole thing. Why do I have all of these lights, the cameras, the editing software? I try to remember my why, and I also try to respect my audience and just try and push. So basically that's it. That's what keeps me consistent.
Yeah, you got me at respect my audience. Like, yo, now I feel like I'm neglecting my audience. I'm sorry, good people. Like, yo, now I'm even crying inside. You have a 9-to-5 job. Do you think you would still do YouTube if you didn't have a 9-to-5 job?
I would want to do YouTube, but my 9 to 5 is a support structure in terms of creating content. So whatever I buy, whatever I have that I use to create with is because of my 9 to 5. So my 9 to 5 plays a huge role in my content creation and me being able to do YouTube. But honestly, if I were given the option, if everything was fine, if the money was fine, I would do YouTube or content creation like full time because I really do enjoy it. I enjoy seeing myself grow and challenging myself every day to create something new, and it's a beautiful process.
Oh yeah,
So
that's always amazing. I wonder if you are like me. Like the thing is, once I take out content or do something, I watch it a lot. Yo, wait, someone has asked the question or has written something.
yes, I love Mercy. Okay, let's address that quickly. She says that
Okay.
her problem is that I apply so much product on my hair that it's disappearing. Oh,
That one who wants to grow their hair would not know
wouldn't know which
which
one
one
to
to
use
use
to
or to
stick to
stick.
them because changing products might. Oh, okay. No, I understand your concern. Like I said in the beginning when I started my YouTube, my whole goal was to be like a middleman. So I like testing products and playing around with different products and see how they work on my hair because I understand my hair. And then I also want to share with people how certain products work so that when you go out and buy that product, you know or you have an idea of what you're buying into and you have seen someone actually use it.
Using it, yeah.
So I do understand where you're coming from, and it is challenging sharing natural hair content because people come to you and ask which product to use, but I can't suggest only one product to you because if I suggest that one product or that one brand and it doesn't work for you, and then where do you go from there? Having natural hair is all about just experimenting and tapping here and there. For me, because what I noticed in the past, I've had like products that I have enjoyed using, but I find that they discontinue those products and I can't find them at all in the market. So what do I do now? So it's also nice to have alternatives, knowing it's okay, in case this one is discontinued or it doesn't work anymore, I know I have backup with another product or another brand that I trust that I've used in the past. So I hope I've answered your concern.
Yeah, I feel like you would have because that was all about products and application. Oh, wait. She's asking another question. So which natural oil would you advise one to use for hairline growth?
The hairline. A lot of people are asking about the hairline. The hairline is a very sensitive issue because as South African naturals, I'm going to address South African naturals. We come very far with our hair. We have had relaxers on our hair. We have had hairstyles that pull our hair. We have pulled our hair so much over the years that it's going to take a very long time if the damage hasn't already been done. So for me to say, okay, this is a specific oil for you to use, for you to be able to recover your hairline, I would be lying and I would not be honest. It is a process. Natural oils, there are a lot of them out there. I enjoy mostly using Jamaican black castor oil because I have seen how it can work. It doesn't work immediately, but if you are able to use it and mix it with different herbs, it can work for you. I am still in the process also of experimenting and trying to see if does this thing actually work. And sometimes you might find that if your hairline is damaged, it might be a serious issue that needs you to see a specialist just so they can analyze and check your hairline and your scalp. And you can be able to deal with the issue from within, going without, instead of wasting your money going out there and buying all these things and all of these products and brands saying to you, hey, I have this oil and bring your hairline back, but not understanding the cause of that thing. So you can't just say, okay, I'm gonna buy this oil and then do this. That is why when I share my content, I use a lot of words like might and experiment, go out there, be open to trying it out. Don't listen to one person that says, I did this. You will do a lot of things if you say that. Instead of when you learn something, say, okay, oh, this is possible. And then sit down with yourself and think, okay, this feels right for me, that does not sit right for me. And then just experiment and make it your own.
Right now, when you were talking about that, I was thinking about a lot of companies, like hair product companies, like shampoos and all those other things. Back in the days, you would have, I'm not going to name brands, you would have a brand selling their shampoos in like a black community. And she's saying, thank you. So in a black community, and then later on, when the natural hair stuff started to emerge, people taking care of their natural hair, they started making products for natural hair, and or they would say Afro hair. And I'm like, what were you selling us all this time? Whose hair were you selling these to? Like, I'm like, who were you selling this to? Because now you're saying for natural hair. What were the other products for? Obviously, I learned now that how conditioner works, how what works, because I didn't know what conditioner was for. Because conditioner looks like moisturizer. Is it moisturizer? Yeah, it looks like moisturizer. So I thought maybe it's like for moisturizing, you know, those other things, because we used to have like S-Cals as kids and whatever. Let's talk about new YouTubers, kids out there. If they want to join YouTube or they want to create content, what advice would you have for them?
YouTube is a big space. There's a lot going on. There are a lot of people, different personalities. Come into the space knowing who you are and never lose who you are. Because in the long run, when you get discouraged by the numbers, you start YouTube today and you're seeing, okay, my subscribers aren't growing. I'm not having any views. Mara, that one yesterday started YouTube today, Ulana. So understand why you're starting YouTube. Understand where you want to take YouTube. And for me, it's just staying true to who you are, grow in yourself, grow being you. Don't be discouraged by another person's growth or their progress in the space, because you will face a lot of challenges, of challenges. So if you just stay true to yourself, if you have fun, and just enjoy creating content around your life or whatever you're passionate about, then I think you'll be fine. For me, that's what keeps me going.
The thing is, people miss one thing. If you were to look back, let's say when I was a kid, because I'm a bit older, I'm sure I'm like 40. you know, getting a channel, like I remember when I was a kid, I wanted to have talk shows, right? But having a channel was not a thing. It was not an accessible thing. So right now, you have access to a channel. You would have to talk to MultiChoice, SABC, and they were not going to give you a channel. You would need money still, like millions and millions. The fact that you have access to a channel is a big deal. People need to understand that it's a huge deal. Having a channel is a huge deal. So have your channel, put your content, put your own things, and make sure you deal with that. Because if you go copy Mihlali, copy Gugu, you are going to have problems later on, because you're going to be lost and thinking, where am I going? You get it? What's going on? Live your life. Can people just live their lives and stop trying to be Beyonce or trying to be someone else? Be you. And let me not talk too much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time. I really, and your effort, because we were having network problems. The fact that you pushed on, made sure
I was scared I'm not going to be able to make it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But the thing is, I feel like it's always a thing. Like now in life, I've learned one thing, that sometimes things don't go your way so that you can learn something new. You get it? So that's why I'll never feel weird if something doesn't happen now. I'm going to be like, okay, that means we're going to do it later on. Why not? We're going to try it. You get it? But thank you very much for pushing. Thank you for making sure you are here. Thank you for honoring this time and giving me your time. And thank you for your audience. It's always a pleasure, man. And I'm going to keep watching your content. I love the vlog from this week. the one that came out today. The thing is, it's simple and chill. Like the thing is, there are not specific things that you are doing. You're just planning your day, planning your week for now that you are having the holidays and all those other things. That's something that most people do not realize that people do. Like me, I've never had a week plan or monthly plan. It's always in my head. Obviously, it works for me, but I feel like I need those targets and goals in my life to make things work. So thank you very much for that. Thank you for keeping it simple. Sometimes we need that.
Thank you.
Sure. Yeah, we'll talk.
Bye, guys. Thank you for joining.
Thank you to Gugu Mthethwa, La Naturalia, for coming through. And thank you for everyone who came through, came in, went out. I just want you guys to go make your own content, have fun, stay beautiful, be in love. I don't care where you are. Like, it doesn't matter where you come from, where you are. If you can buy daily data to upload or try, like, make things work for you. You get it your way. Don't try say you are waiting for tomorrow. There's no tomorrow that you need to wait for. You get it? So have fun, stay beautiful, and be in love. Yes, sir.
They hate it. Easy. Cause they rejoice. Cause they rejoice. People, they wish to be here.